Hello, I'm Roshan, recording experiment one of System Software and Compiler Lab. Our first question is asking us to write a program to perform token separation for a given subset of a language. So generally, tokens in a language can be divided into identifiers, keywords, operators, punctuations, and constants. Here I'm trying to do a token separation program for Java programming language. So this is my program. First, I created three separate arrays to store operators, non-operators, keywords, and punctuations. Identifiers can be a combination of alphabets, so we cannot store that in an array and check on it. So we don't have an array for that. After creating array for these three tokens, then I imported a file. So this is the path of the file, and I imported using the file class. Later I connected a file input stream to the file by using the file input stream class. So what I do next is I read one character at a time from this file. So I do this by running the read function inside a loop. So each time the loop runs, I read one character at a time and store that it's ch, and later I store that I convert to string and put it inside p. In most cases, in every programming languages, operators and punctuations are usually one character. So for punctuations, for example, it is comma, semicolon, full stop. Like all these are just one character. And for operators, it's plus, minus, division, multiplication. They are also mostly one character. So when I read a character, I check if they are it is an operator or a punctuation, or else if I read an alphabet or not. I also have another else for checking if it's a number. So if it is not an alphabet, a punctuation, an operator, or a number, then it must be space or some unknown character which is not used in the programming language. So yeah, now let's see how it runs. First time, if I had done alphabet, say it was some int data type and something. When I read an I is not a operator. So to check it, first what I do is I convert the array into a list using the asList function in the arrays class. Then there is another function called contains to check if a given string is inside the list. So once an operator array is converted into a list, I check if it contains the character I read, so that is p. So if I read I, it's not inside the operator array, so that means it's not an operator. Then I will check if it is a punctuation. So if it fails that too, I will check the next one, that is if it is an alphabet. If it is an alphabet, I do not say by reading just one character, you cannot say if it is an identifier or a keyword, so you need to buffer it. So I have three buffers. So one buffer is for strings, the other one is for operators, then the next one is for numbers. So once it's an identifier or a keyword, it will be automatically put inside the s buffer, and each time the next time when I read n, it also goes inside s, and next time when I read t for int, that will also go inside s. Now after every word or a string in a programming language, it always ends with a space or a operator or a punctuation. So once I read a space or an operator or punctuation, let's say I read a space. So if I read a space, it will not qualify for any of this if bodies, so it will qualify for this one, and where I will check if s is full or not. So the s buffer was already full and it has int on it. So then if I know, okay, I have a complete word with me, I check if it is a keyword by checking if the keyword array contains the word I have. If it doesn't have it, I will print it as an identifier, then I'll empty the buffer. Now next time, let's say this is the input program. So yeah, let's consider this first line itself. Then I read a. When I read a, it will also not qualify for as an operator or a punctuation. It is an alphabet, so it will go to the s buffer. The next thing I read is a punctuation, that is a comma. So next time when I read a punctuation, it qualifies for this if else body, and Once I read a punctuation also, I see if I have a word in my hand, like, is the punctuation preceded by any word? If it is preceded by any word, if it is a keyword or an identifier. So like similarly, this case for a string is applicable for an operator and also for a number. A number may be like 20, 208 or 205. So you cannot read just one number and say, okay, 2 is a number, 0 is a number, 5. Instead, you buffer them into uh, n string, and each time, most of the time, a number is preceded by a punctuation or a operator. So each time you see an operator or a punctuation, that is, yeah, here the when you see an operator, you check if the n buffer is null or not. So if it is not null, that means you have read a number before the operator. Then you print, okay, this is a number, and yeah, if you found a number. And also after before a punctuation, also you check if you read a number previously. And there are some operators which are not one character, like plus plus, minus minus, like increment and decrement operators. So for that too, each time you read a increment decrement operator, you buffer them too. You buffer them in the O array or string variable, and then yeah, each operators are followed by every operators are followed by a alphabet, which might be a identifier, which belong to an identifier, or maybe you read a punctuation. So each time you see a punctuation, you'll check if the O buffer is empty or not. If it is not empty, you read a operator previously, like an increment or decrement operator. Then you print it that you found an operator. For numbers, numbers might come along with identifiers. So variable can be named a2. So you need to figure out if it is just a number 2 or if that 2 belongs to an identifier. So each time you read a number, you will see if the operator buffer is sorry, each time you read a number, you will see if the string buffer is empty or not. If it is not empty, that means you read some alphabet before reading this number, so this number belongs to an identifier. If you didn't read any string, that means this is the string identifiers as a rule that no identifier can start with a number. So if you read a number first, then that is a constant, so you put it inside the n buffer and later you print it as a number. That is all. Thank you.